So if at all you want to know more about me, just open Google and type AWS by Riaz sir. You will get to know more about me. Okay. So I no need to talk about myself every time. Okay. So in two-tier architecture, is it recommended to have application database on the same machine? In two-tier architecture, is it recommended to have application database on the same machine? Answer is no. Answer is no. So if you have application database on the same machine, what is the problem? Performance. So you have a bad performance. Okay. And then, do you recommend this two-tier architecture for your production environment? Definitely no. So then let's go to the next one is three-tier architecture. In three-tier architectures, how many layers are there? 3 layers, Nana. What are those? Client layer, application layer, database layer. Okay. So quickly, guys, those who are new today, I'm just giving recap. So basically, we know what is client. Now, what is the example that we took for the client? Browser. Which one? Browser. So everyone knows the browser. So you have your laptops, right? You have your browser. So browser is a client. So whenever you open your browser and you type in google.com, so you are sending a request to whom? To the server. So whichever the request they are asking for is a client, and whichever the request which is responding is called the server. And then in three-tier architecture, what is the big difference between two-tier architecture and three-tier architecture? In two-tier architecture, we have application database in the same machine. But in three-tier architecture, we have separated. Fantastic. What we separated, Nana. So if you separated, then what is the impact? Performance. You will get good performance or not? Yes. So now what is application server? What is application server? Yes. The place where you have the application hosted is called the application server. What is database server? Where the database installed is called the database server. And guys, two devices communicate with each other with what? Using? Excellent. Using what? IP address and then host name. What is IP address? It's a unique identifier for the network. For a unique identifier for a device in the network. And how about the host name? What is host name? Name of the server is called the host name. And do you recommend this application server to put it in public network or private network? Private network. But if you put it in private network, clients can communicate to the application server? No. So what do you have in between? Web server. What is web server, Nana? Which takes the request and redirect to the application server. Yes. So guys, this is what we have discussed in our last class. Those who are new, so you just go through the link, you will easily understand. Otherwise, so there is no relation between yesterday and today. Just continue the class today. Okay. So don't feel that you have missed something. Nothing you have missed. Okay. All right. So let's talk about today. No. Today, before I start the topic today, I will ask the first question. So everyone, what you did was you open your laptop and you open the browser and you type google.com. What did you type? Google.com. Whenever you type google.com, can you tell me honestly, have you ever thought what is happening in the backend before the Google page come to your browser? Have you ever thought? Strictly, seriously, no one, right? So we don't really worry about that, because you open the browser, you type google.com, and the google.com should come within fraction of second, within millisecond of second, you should get the Google page on your browser. If you are not getting, you will get frustrated. Yes or no? dash. Huh? Google is not coming, that is not coming, very slow, very. So you start cribbing it. So what we're going to do today is, what is happening in the backend? Let's see. Guys, Chitty. So now it is google.com. Let's say you are working in some company and your application will be used by your customer. If your application is not working here, there in the customer side, will he keep quiet? As an engineer, you should go and troubleshoot it. No. So if you want to troubleshoot it, you need to know what is happening in the backend. So should we start with that? What is happening with the backend? Good. Super. So let's take a laptop. So this is your laptop, Nana. Let's take the laptop. Whose laptop is this? Huh? Give me some name. Whose laptop? Huh? Okay, Vijay. So I'll take Vijay. Okay, Vijay's laptop. So Nana, this is Vijay's laptop. So now, what this Vijay did was, when no one is there, he just opened the laptop and he opened the browser. He opened, yeah, what is, he opened the browser. And whenever you open the browser, guys, he opened the browser and he typed google.com. Which one? Google.com. See, opened the browser, he typed google.com. So, yeah. So, guys, yeah, good. Hold on. So, you open the browser and you type google.com. So, guys, generally, whenever you open the browser, you are typing google.com, no? So, you are providing can we say google.com is the domain name? Can we say that? Google.com is a host name, or we call it as domain name, Nana? Yes or no? Yes. So google.com is a domain name. So you type google.com, you hit enter. And then watching that Google should come on your web browser, correct? But browser will say, hello, Babu. Hello. You are giving host name or domain name. But browser also required one more thing. And that is IP address. What, Nana? IP address. So browser required two things. What are those? Host name and IP address. Everyone. So browser require two things here. So here browser require two things. One is host name. One is host name. And can we call it as domain name also? Yes. So you call it as host name or domain name. And another one you want, browser need what, Nana? IP address. Say this, browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. Browser require two things. What are those? Host name and IP address. What are you providing to the browser? Host name. What is an example that you are providing? Google.com. Yes or no? Yes. So you are providing Google.com. Then browser is expecting one more thing from you. What is that? IP address. Okay, now, can you tell me a few website names? Yahoo.com. Tell me a few website names. You don't know any website. YouTube.com. Online. Netflix. Okay. Facebook.com. Amazon.com. Flipkart.com. AmazonPrime.com. Instagram.com. ClickBuzz. Times of India. What else? So, iBomma. What is that? What is that iBomma? Okay. Oh, anyways. Okay. So then I should stop. Okay. I should stop asking the website. So, okay. It's better. See, Hardik is very good. He's telling nareshit.in. Very good. See, I remember this guy, Hardik. So, Chiti, so if I start asking you, okay, like this, I was asking, right? I was asking the website names in my previous batch also. And there, slowly one girl, she told one website name, and everyone started giving so many website name from that. You know what was it? You know what was she told? She told HDFCbank.com. And everyone started calling every bank names, SBI.com, AxisBank.com, IDBI.com, right? So, yeah. So, but the thing is, Nana, so the thing is here, whenever, if I ask you to provide any domain or any website, you will list a lot. If I give you 5 minutes, you will list a lot, so many. But if I ask you, can you give me the IP address of any website? Can you give it? Is it possible to give the IP address? Who remembers the IP address, macha? No one remembers. Do we need to remember? It's very hard to remember phone numbers only. So who will remember the IP address? No one will remember the IP address. But our browser is very strict here. Browser require two things. What are those? Hostname and IP address. Hostname we are giving google.com. And he's asking for the IP address. Do you know the IP address? Do we know the IP address? No. Can you say, a browser, I don't know the IP address? So guys, remembering the IP address is not our job. So there is another thing, there is one component in the network which will remember the IP address of every website. And that is DNS. What is it? DNS. So the full form of DNS is domain name server. Chitty, what is that? Online people, put the message. Domain name server. What is that? DNS. What is the full form of DNS, Nana? Domain name server. Okay. So what is the job of domain name? What is the job of DNS? What is the job of DNS? The job of DNS is it keeps tracks of all host names and IP addresses. It's like a dictionary. What does the dictionary has? I mean, telephone dictionary. If you see telephone dictionary, you have the name and the phone number, no? I mean, in olden days, now, I don't know whether you guys saw the telephone dictionary or not. Huh? Remember olden days? You guys are all now babies, no? All 2000 born. Huh? Okay, so the thing is here, this DNS also, what does the DNS contains? DNS contains, it keep tracks of all host names and IP address. What is that? It keep tracks of all host names and IP address. So Nana, if anyone asks you in an interview, what is DNS? You can say domain name server. And it says that what is the job of it? It will keep, right? It keep track of all host names and IP address. So guys, why I'm talking all about this is for the new people, basics are very, very important. I'm repeating it. So guys, basics are very important. Without basics, you cannot go and learn big technologies. For that reason, I will be starting everything from scratch. That is what I have promised in our last class. For that reason, we need to know about all these things in order to learn cloud. All right, Nana? So concentrate first. Let's concentrate. Let's have a good, strong basics. Then we'll move to the cloud. Okay. So, and whatever we are learning, everything is related to the next level. So don't miss this. So guys, okay, now let's say, what is the DNS? What is the full form of DNS? Domain name server. What is the job of DNS? It keeps tracks of all host names and IP addresses. Fantastic. Okay. And also, if I give IP address to the domain DNS, it will give the host name. If I give the host name, it will give the IP address. Let's say you are a DNS. I gave, hey, what is the IP address? Facebook.com. You will give the IP. And I am giving the IP address of Facebook.com. You will give Facebook.com. So what it does, DNS, what it does, it will convert host name to IP and IP to host name. Super. So DNS will convert IP to host name and host name to IP. Nana, you're getting it? Is this clear? Okay, slowly. We'll go slowly. Okay, no hurry at all. So now, browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. So can we provide the host name? What is the host name that we are providing? Google.com. And is it possible to provide the IP address of Google.com for us? No. Who is the guy who is remembering in the network? DNS. What is the full form of DNS? Domain name server. What is the job of DNS? It keeps tracks of all host name and then IP address. Clear, Nana? Is it clear till here slowly? Online? CC, Nana? CC meaning crystal clear. Put CC. Okay. Non-IT? Okay, good. Now, where is this DNS? So browser is requesting for the browser. It is we are giving the google.com to the browser, and browser required what? IP address also. From where it should get the IP address? Guys, first the browser will look into this guy. So first the browser will check with your local DNS. What is it, Anna? Local DNS. Browser will check with where? Whom? Local DNS. Remember, every laptop, every phone, every device will have its own local DNS. If you take your laptop, in your C drive, in your Windows System 32, etc., there is a small file called host file. What file? Where is that host file? In under etc folder. Where, Nana? etc folder /etc/host file. So first your browser will check in your laptop that host file. That is your local DNS. What is that? Your local DNS. Where is your local DNS? In which path? etc/host file. Now, if this guy has local, this is the, if it local DNS has IP. If this local DNS has the IP, simply aram se it will give it back to the browser. Yes or no? If the local DNS has the IP address, it will simply give it back to the browser. Now let's say if the local DNS doesn't know the IP address. Guys, if the local DNS doesn't know the IP address, can he say that, hey browser, I don't know the IP address? Can he say that? No. If he say that, do you get the Google page? You don't get the Google page. Then browser will tell, Arey Babu, local DNS, do whatever you want to do it. Vijay is asking for Google page. I want the IP address of Google. You do whatever you want to do it. So now the job of local DNS is, it will check here, it will check itself. Hey, do I have my Google IP address? It doesn't have. Then it will go to the next level. So the local DNS will start asking to the next level, and next level is called root name server. What is it, Nana? So the next level here is root name server. Root names. These are all very important, guys. So we can also call it as RNS. What is that? RNS. Okay. So browser will check whom first? Local DNS. From local DNS, it will go to root name server. Which, Nana? Root name server. It will go to the root name server. And what does this root name server will do? In shortcut, you can call it as RNS. So local DNS will ask, Arey Babu, root name server, RNS, can you please give me the IP address of google.com? And you know what the root name server will do? Root name server, it will see, what is the domain name that he is asking for? Browser is asking for. What is the domain name? Google.com. Which one? Google.com. So the root name server job is, it will identify the domain. So do you see the .com there? We have .com. Can we have another one also there, like .com, .org, .edu, .net, .pk, .uk? You have so many domains there, right? So this root name server will check the request is coming from .com, .in, .org, .edu. Which one is now here? .com. So the job of the root name server is to identify whether it is coming for .com or .org or which one. So here root name server identify whether it is asking for .com or .in, etc. You understood what is the job of RNS? Root name server? Root name server will see the request and will say, oh, it is asking for .com. It is asking for .com. Okay, now, Chidi, and which is the domain? So the next, now it has identified it is going for the .com, right? So now the next request will go to something called top level domain. What is that, Nana? Top level domain. Everyone say this. What is that? Top level domain. In shortcut, you call it as TLD. Okay, see here. Do you see this here? Google.com. Can you say .com is the top level domain? No, see. .com is called it as what? Top level domain. .in is called it as top level domain. What are all these called? .com, .org, .edu. All these are all called what? Top level domains. You're getting it. Root name server will identify whether it is going for which top level domain. Which top level domain that we are requesting for? .com. Everyone, which one? Okay. Now the request will go to which one? .com. Okay. Now you're getting till here. Okay. See here. Browser require two things now. What are those? Online people. Host name and then IP address. So if you put it in chat, you'll get registered in your brain. So I want to put your answers in the chat. Okay. So what are the two things, Rana? Browser requesting for host name and then IP address. What are we providing? Host name. Is it possible for us to give the IP address? Who will remember the IP address? DNS. What is the full form of DNS? Domain name server. Good. What is the job of DNS? It keeps tracks of all host name and then IP address. Super, super. Now the request will go to which place, which level? Local DNS. From browser, the request will go to local DNS. It will go to the local DNS. If the local DNS has the IP, it will get. But the local DNS has the IP? No. Now the request will go to root name server. Now request will go to where, Nana? Root name server. What does the root name server will do? It will identify to which top level domain it is asking for. Which top level domain we are asking for? .com. So for that reason, root name server will send to which top level domain? .com top level domain. You understood? If you're asking for, let's say, google.in, root name server will send it to .in top level domain. Now we are asking for which one? .com. That's why it is going to the .com top level domain. Is it clear till here? Okay. Now, slowly, guys, see here. This is Vijay's laptop, correct? Laptop. So from browser, this is he opened the browser. From browser, see here, it is going. Huh? It is going. The request is going. The first request is hitting where? Local DNS, no? It is hitting the local DNS, no? And then request is hitting where? RNS, fantastic, RNS. And from there, which one? Now tell me, this is a .com. Which one? This is Nana, Chiti, how many websites will be there in .com? How many? Millions, billions, millions. Yes or no? We have so many, so infinity, no? So many. Okay, can you tell me few? Go ahead. Tell me few. Okay, hdfc.com. No problem. Okay, facebook.com. Insta.com. No full name. Next. SBI, all bank names you are getting now. Amazon.com. Mantra.com. Next. AWS.com. Shadi.com. Good. Oh, you want Shadi? Shadi.com. Netflix.com. No, we have so many, right? We have so many. Inside this, we have google.com also. Yes or no? Inside also, we have a google.com. I'll give the same example that I used to give. See, do you remember in our childhood days? In childhood days, right? In childhood days, in our hometowns, we have theaters. Remember movie theaters? Let's say 15 years back, do we have a nice booking system and seat numbers and all? No. Let's say if you want to go for a movie, so you need to go and stay on the line to collect the ticket, correct? So you think that you will be the first guy, but whenever the ticket counter opens, you will get hand from this side, from top, bottom, everyone will come and go and take the ticket. Okay, so we have our friends, but in our batch there might be couple of nasty fellows. Okay, so I don't see nasty well, but thing is, in my batch also, this guy will say, okay, this guy will say, Macha, you go inside. I'll come later. Do you have this kind of people? Yes or no? Right? He'll take his own ticket and he'll say that, hey, you go, I'll come after the titles. So some people don't like to go from the zero level, right? So, okay, now assume that you are there inside and your friend is waiting outside. Now your friend has to recognize you. Every lights off, everything, movie started. Now your friend who is waiting outside at the door, he need to identify you. How he will identify? Huh? We don't have mobiles on those days. You shout, whistle, torchlight by hand, seat number, no seat numbers. We start abeo havle, right? Yes or no? Array dash dash, huh? So we'll shout with the name, or we'll do some kind of thing. Or else if your friend want to identify you outside, so your friend what will do? He will put some torch, he will shout, right? He will start, whatever he want to do, he'll try to do all these things, right? So guys, now see, similarly, consider this .com is like your theater. So you have so many seats inside it. Every seat is like a website. So inside that, we need to what? Google.com. So you are staying here. The request is here. And your request need to go directly inside to the google.com out of so many millions of websites. So here in google.com has a server called NS server. What server? We call it as name server. What server, Nana? Every website will have its own name server. Name server is the guy who will be shouting, outside, hello, come here, come here, come here. I'm google.com. Please come here. Who is the guy who will be shouting? Name server. So inside this big .com top level domain, so if you need to, our request needs to identify google.com, google.com will be shouting. Who will be shouting? Name server will be shouting to your request outside, right? So based on this, can you tell me now, in the top level domain, the request will go to now where? Name server. You understood what is name server now? Name server. This is name server. So once you reach the name server, that meaning indirectly you're reaching Google only, no? So after name server, there is a guy called SOA. What is it, Nana? SOA. SOA meaning start of authority. Which one? Start of authority. Start of authority is the guy who has the IP address. Has the IP. Who has the IP address finally? SOA. SOA meaning start of authority. So finally, who has the IP address? SOA has it. So what is name server, Nana? Name server which identify the domain name. Finally, we got the IP address of Google. Who has the IP address of the Google? SOA. Who is having SOA? So finally, we got the IP address of the Google, and SOA give it back to the name server, and name server will take the IP address and give it back like this. And finally, who will get the IP address? Browser will get the IP address. Nana, Chiti, we got only the IP address, not Google page. We got only Google IP address only, because browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. Host name and then IP address. But the thing is, we got the IP address. Did we got the Google page yet? No. Okay, now you tell me. Yahoo page is in which company? Yahoo company. Yahoo server will be in which company? Yahoo company. Facebook server will be in which company? Facebook company. Our Google page will be in Google server. Google server will be in which company? Google company. So now the request has to go to which company? Google company. Yes or no? What are we requesting for? Google.com. So the request should go to now whom? Google company. Should we go to Google company now? Let's go to Google company. So I assume that we have this is the Google company. Okay, now see, this is Google company. Before I go to this topic, I want to ask you one thing. Let's say, for example, you want to meet your friend, or you want to meet your friend and you're going to some apartment. Friend meaning any kind of friend. Let's say your whatever friend you have. Let's say you're meeting that friend. Who is the first guy who will be stopping you at the apartment? Huh? Security guy, watchman only, no? Yes or no? Everyone, right? If you're going to any new apartment, who is the guy who will be stopping you first? Watchman or security guy. This security guy, tell me what is the first question that he'll ask? Babu, who are you? Who are you? Where you want to go? Whom you want to meet? कहाँ जा रहे? ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తున్నావు చిన్నవాడా? Right? So basically, this guy, security guy, guys, let's say for example, you want to meet me. Let's say for example, I'm in an apartment, let's say 202 room. Which flat? 202 flat. So I'm staying in my 202 flat and I have my security guy. So let's say for example, who Mahisha, you are coming. So Mahesh is coming to meet me. I'll tell to my security saying that, hey, security guy, there is a person called Mahesh who is coming. Allow him. Allow him. Let's say for example, give me one more name. What is the name? Raj. Let's say for example, Raj is coming. And I'll tell to my security guy that when Raj is coming, don't allow him. Let's say for example, deny him. Allow, deny. Allow, deny. So can I put the rules to my security guy? Obviously, yes. So I can control who can come in and who can go out. Yes or no? Similarly, Nana, if you're going and meeting to some friend in your apartment, the security guy will stop you. If your request is going to the big Google company, will the request will go directly to your Google company? And there also one security guy will be there. And that security guy name is, ready? This is called firewall. What is that called? Firewall. What is it, Nana? Firewall. Firewall, don't think it is a security guy. It's not a person. Firewall is like a software which is being the server. So all the requests will hit whom first? Firewall. And in firewall, can I create a rule, Nana? In firewall, can I create a rule? Yes. And I'll say that allow or deny. Allow or deny. Allow or deny. Getting it? Slowly we are entering into the subject. Okay. Allow or deny. So now, now you opened your browser. No, you opened your browser. And how you are typing google.com? Can you tell me the syntax of google.com? How you type URL? Can you tell me the URL? http://google.com. Yes or no? And you also have HTTPS also. So we have HTTP and HTTP. Yes. What is this HTTP and HTTPS called? Protocols. What is that called? Protocols. I'll take a separate class on the protocols also. But for now, you need to understand that is called protocol. So this protocol is used to transfer the data from your client to server and server to the client. Which is a protocol? HTTP. Nana, every protocol will have a port number. What it has? Port number. So you don't need to know so many protocols, so many port numbers. You don't need to know all these things. There are few things that you need to know as part of interview, as a part of certification question. I'll tell you. So those are number one, HTTP. Which one? HTTP. And what is the port number of HTTP? Anyone? Experienced people. What is the port number of HTTP? See, some people say 8080, some people say 80. See, there is confusion. No, this is the problem of basics. You understand? This is the problem. You see the live people are saying 8080. Why it is 8080? Can you say the same answer to your interview? We will be clearing up all these basics. Don't worry, I'm here for you. Okay. So here by default, the port number is 80. Why not 8080? I'll talk it in separate session. Don't worry. For now, you need to know. Nana, what is it secure or not secure? HTTP. Not secure connection to the website. Okay. And which one is secure? HTTP. Yes. Don't worry. What is full form of HTTPS? We'll talk about in another class. Okay. What is the port number for HTTPS? 443. Which one? Not 143. 443. Which one? 443. So is it secure or not secure, Nana? Okay, it's a secure connection to the website. Okay. And there is also another protocol which call it as SSH. Which is one? Say that. Which one? SSH. So SSH is on port 22. Nana, SSH is a protocol used to connect to your Linux machines. Which machines? Linux machines. So I'll write it here. Connect to Linux machines. And RDP. Which one, Nana? RDP 3389 is connect to Windows machines. Now, if you remember at least these few things, for now it is fine. Okay. Okay. Now tell me, what is the port number for your HTTP? HTTPS? HTTPS 443. SSH 22. RDP. If I ask you a question like this, which is the protocol used to connect to the Linux machines? SSH. Which one? SSH. Which is the protocol used to connect to the Windows machines? RDP. Which is the protocol securely connect to access my website? HTTPS. Which is the protocol is not secure? HTTP. What is the port number for HTTPS? 443. SSH 22. RDP. Super. Super. Right? For now, you remember those, Nana. Okay. Now see here. Chitty. Do you see this here? This is the diagram. See here. So now request is going like this. La 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 la. It's going, huh? It is going. Who will stop you? Firewall will stop. First, who will stop? Firewall will stop. And he'll say that, hold on, stop. By the way, Chitty, how the data is transferring in your network through data packets. What is that called? What packet? Not biryani packet. Which one? Data packet. So we have a data packets. So these are all data packets. So in your network, all the data is transferring through data packets. Data packets. Data packets. Data packets. Okay. Okay, Nana. So now, see here, Chitty, see here. Now, data is now flowing. So now the request is going, and who will stop you first? Firewall will stop you. Firewall will say, hello, hold on, stop. And your data packet will see like this. What? And firewall will say, where are you coming from? I am coming from Vijay's laptop. Which protocol you're using? HTTP. Huh? HTTP. You're secure or not secure? Not secure. Block. Deny. Will it allow? Because a Google engineer, he will put a rule here. In firewall, he will put anything which is coming from HTTP, block, deny it, and anything which is coming from HTTPS, allow it. Allow or deny. So now if the packet is coming for HTTP, it will deny, and HTTPS allowed. Can we restrict it? Yes or no? Can we restrict it? Yes. Who is the guy who will be restricting all these things? Firewall. So can we say that, Nana, is an interview question? Firewall meaning which stops unauthorized access to the network? Can we say that? What is that? What is firewall? Which stops unauthorized access to the network? What is firewall? Which stops unauthorized access to the network? Super. So that is firewall. Firewall meaning which stops unauthorized access to the network. What does the firewall do, Nana? It will allow or it will deny. Fantastic. Either it will allow or it will deny. You're getting it? Chitty, you're getting it? Nice. Okay. Non-IT, you're getting it, Nana? NCC, I want to see some NCC. Non-IT people, put NCC. Okay, all right. Good. Okay, okay. Now, where is my request? At the firewall. Okay, as per our last class, we discussed about 3-tier architecture. No, in 3-tier architecture, what is the first server we'll hit first? Which one is the first server we have? Web server. Which one? We have the web server. From web server, we'll hit application server. From application server, database server. Very good, Nana. So now here we have the web server. The question here is, do we have only one web server in Google? No, there will be having multiple web servers. So as I don't have space, for that reason, I'm just putting 3. How many web servers are there for now here? How many are there, Nana? 3 are there. Can you have more also? Yes. But is it possible to have only one? Not possible. If just in case if that goes down, we should have another one, no? So how many are there for now here? 3. Let's say, for example, now request has passed from the firewall. Now request came here. And he saw, request saw 3 web servers here. Twins. All are like twins. Now request will get confused. Are bapre. There are 3 servers now here. To whom I should go first? To whom should I reach? You tell me, will it go to first, second, third? First, second, third. All are at the same position only. Tell me. See how important the basics are. Very good, you are learning. So which one here will get decided here? Okay, now we have how many servers are there? 3 servers. So before this, I want to introduce one small topic, which is really important. And the topic is, let's say, for example, I need one person. Okay, we have our, let's say, whose name should I take now? Rahul. Okay, I'll take Rahul. Okay, our friend Rahul. So we have Rahul. Assume Nana, Rahul said, guys, Rahul said, Riyaz sir, I have application. Can you please put it in server and give me the URL to access? Give me the URL to access. I'll say, sure, no problem. So what I did was, I went and set up one server, Nana. This is server. See here, guys, very important topic. This is server. And inside that, what I put, I have put here, I deployed the application. Now, each server will have its own IP address. Can you give me one sample IP address? Let's say 192.168.10.20, for example. So now, now I give the URL to Rahul like this to access his application. Chitty, tell me, Rahul, for Rahul to access his website, I gave that URL. Is that good to give that kind of URL? What do you say online? Chitty, is that good to give that kind of URL? Definitely no. Who cares about how do I remember the IP address? Rahul will say that, sir, what, sir? How do I remember that IP address, sir? Everyone wants to have posh name, right? Facebook.com or Instagram.com or something, Flipkart.com, Amazon.com. Everyone having a nice names, no? Then why I am given this IP address? Is that good to give this kind of IP addresses, sir? Then Rahul said, no problem, sir. You are my dear Ria, sir. I'll access, sir. No problem. He started accessing it. All of a sudden, the URL is not working. Today, all of a sudden, URL is not working. And he called me saying that, Ria, sir, what happened? The URL is not working. Then I went and saw this server is Dhamal. It's gone. Then what I did was, immediately I went and set up. This time I got angry and immediately I went and set up how many servers? Total 3 servers. How many servers I put? 3 servers. This is server. This is server. No, this is server. Okay. And IP address will be same or different? Different. 192.168.10.21. Right? 192.168.10.22. And now I have given the IP addresses like this, URLs like this. 21, 22. Now I've told Rahul, don't worry about the application. If one URL is not working, I have 2 URLs. That meaning for accessing one website, I need how many? 3 URLs. Is that good? Chitti, is that good? To accessing one small application, do I need to use 3 URLs, that too with the IP address? No. This time Rahul got frustrated saying that, Ria sir, please do something. I cannot access the website with 3 different URLs. No. For that reason, guys, very, very important. For that reason, we are introducing a topic here called load balancer. What is that, Nana? Load balancer. Load balancer. The name called load balancer. Speak out, what is it? Load balancer. Which one? Load balancer. What is it doing? It is balancing the load. What is doing? It is balancing the load. How it is balancing? See. So now, when I create a load balancer, it will give a nice name called DNS name. So I can have http://rahul.com like this. Yes. Whenever I hit rahul.com, the request will go to whom, Nana? Load balancer. And this load balancer will distribute the traffic to the multiple servers like this. So now I need to use the IP addresses? No need. What I need to use now? Load balancer. If I access the load balancer, the request will go to, okay, let's say for example, first request, load balancer will send to which one? Server 1. Second request, server 2. Third request, server 3. Fourth request, server 1. Fifth request, server 2. Sixth request, server 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So guys, so this is called round robin method. What method is called? First request will go to the first server. Second request will go to the second server. Third request will go to the third server. And fourth request will go to the again first server. Second, third. First, second, third. First, second, third. First, second, third. What is this called? Round robin method. What is also called? Load balancer. Now, if someone asks you what is load balancer, can we say like this? Load balancer distribute the traffic to multiple servers. Can we say that? Load balancer distribute the traffic across multiple servers. Can we say that? What is load balancer? Very, very important concept. Load balancer. What is it, Nana? Which load balancer which distribute the traffic across multiple servers. Can we say this? Load balancer. What method is using? Round robin method. What is using? Round robin method. Clear? Getting it? Online, is it clear enough for you? Super. Very nice. So round robin method. Now you will understand what is load balancer. Tell me. Which distribute the traffic across multiple servers. Tell me one more time. Which distribute the traffic across multiple servers. That is called load balancer. Oh, now coming to our part here. See, Nana, here. Now we have three different servers like this. And what is the thing that I can keep in between now here? Excellent. Oh, very good. Which one, Nana? Load balancer. So I can put it to the here. Load balancer. So what is load balancer? Which distribute the traffic across multiple servers. This is my load balancer. Can I call it as LB in shortcut? Yes. So load balancer, we have load balancer, we'll send the request to this, and this. And from web server, the request will go to where, Nana? Next, app servers, application server, correct? Yes. And from application servers, it will go to database servers, DB servers. So this one we call it as app server, app server, app server. And this one we call it as DB server. DB server, DB server. You got it now? So from web server, it goes to the app server. From app server, it goes to the DB server. From DB server back to the app server. Now, where is your Google page? In web server, in DB server, in app server? Where is your Google page? The Google page is here in the app server. So it will get some data from the database and it will give it back to your. Okay, now, so it has a Google page. See here, guys. It has a Google page here. It gets some data from database. From app server, it will go to the web server. From web server, it will go to the load balancer. From load balancer, it will go to the firewall, and firewall, finally the page will come to the browser. Now finally you got the Google page. Guys, do you all understood how any application will come onto your browser? It should follow all these things here. Is it clear? Understood? Clear now? So now, and everything should be inside the network, correct? Okay. So let's see what we have learned, guys. No need, Sainath. We'll talk on that. Okay, see here, guys. Now, I want you to answer with me. Okay, online, everyone. So now, browser require two things. What are those? Host name and then IP address. Online, cities, everyone. IP address and then host name. So what is the thing that we are providing to the browser? Host name. What is the host name that you are providing? Google.com. And is it possible for you to provide the IP address? No. Who is the guy in the network who remembers this IP address? DNS. Fantastic. What is DNS? Domain name server. And what is the job of DNS? It keeps tracks of all host names and IP address. Fantastic. And also it will convert the host name to IP, IP to host name. Okay. And the browser will request, the request will send to whom? From browser, it will go to the local DNS. Where it goes? Local DNS. From local DNS, it goes to root name server. What does the root name server will do? It identifies the top level domain. Which is the top level domain that we are requesting for? .com. So from root name server, the request will go to top level domain. Which top level domain? .com. So .com is a big top level domain. Inside that, do we have millions of websites? Inside the millions of websites, we have google.com also. So which is the guy who will be shouting, hey, come on here, Google is page? Name server. Which one? Name server. And from the name server, request will go to SOA. Who has the IP address? SOA has the IP. What is the full form of SOA? Startup Authority. Now all that IP will come all the way to the browser. And from browser, the request has to go to Google company. Then the request is going through in the form of data packets. And then it will go to the Google company, which is the guy who will stop it first. Firewall. What is firewall? Which stops unauthorized access to the network. Which one? Which stops unauthorized access to the network. From firewall, can we create the rules in firewall? What to allow, what not to allow, what to allow, what to deny. So can we say in firewall, can we allow and deny? Can we allow and deny? And for example, which is the protocol is used to connect your website securely? HTTPS. Fantastic. What is the port number? 443. And which is the protocol is to connect your application not securely? HTTP. What is the default port number? 80. And if you want to connect to the Linux machines, SSH. What is the port number? 22. If you want to connect to Windows machines, RDP. What is the port number? 3389. So the request will go to the firewall. From the firewall, the request will go to load balancer. What is load balancer? Which distribute the traffic across multiple servers. And from the load balancer, the request will go to web server to app server to DB server back to app server back to web server back to load balancer back to firewall back to browser. Khatam. Easy. Injected. Super. So, guys, that's what I said. If you are able to listen like this, I'm again telling, do not fear about the AWS. I'll kick this in your brains. No revision required. No revision required. Directly, I'll set in your brains. Okay, Nana? Super. Excellent. Super class. Okay, now I want to take questions online. Don't leave the class until I say final CC. Okay, Nana? So, online, any questions? Yes, class notes and everything, we'll give it slowly because we are in the demo classes only, no? Secure shell, Srinivas. Super explanation. Thank you, Ma, for the wonderful feedbacks. Maximum duration of the class, 1.5 hours every day, 6 to 7:30. How many days? 55 to 60 days. And guys, please take the recording. Yes, the format is like this only, no? Guys, what is the port number, protocol, everything that we learn slowly. Huh? Let's not eat the entire jumbo biryani once. Let's so slowly, one by one, we'll take. Okay. Yes, we will be doing, Harshita. Yes. Yes, Sainath. It will keep on going. Clean and perfect teaching. Very good, Naveen. How about others? Any other questions? Guys, I'll be taking all your questions. Don't worry about the projects. Everything will be taking care of it. Okay. I want you just to concentrate and then we will be doing this AWS very nicely. Okay. And then what is the certification that we will be aiming for? Solution architect. Which one, Nana? Solution architect. That's how we will give Venkat. Yes. Want to know more about? Yes, ask Rizwan Bhai. Ask. Harshita, not only cloud practitioner, Nana. Cloud practitioner is a 0 level, foundational level. Not only that, we will be clearing the cloud practitioner also, and top of it, we have solution architect in associate level. That is our goal. If you learn that, the bottom one are Jujube. It's very easy. What are the prerequisites for this course? Do we have any prerequisites? Guys, nothing is required. Nothing is required. You just come here plain empty mind. Okay. I'll inject everything. Okay. I'll take care of it. No syllabus, whatever is required for solution architect, we'll be covering all those things. Associate Rahul, how to register this course? We still have time. So you can, admin is there. Your admin is Shubham. You will get the details slowly. Okay. Second, Yogesh. And you got the link also there. Super. And guys, I just wanted to ask one question for experienced people. I know experienced people are there here. So experienced people, don't you think that whatever that we are learning, all these basics are really important or not? Let's try to motivate other people, please. What do you think, experienced people? Whatever we are learning, all these things are important. Do you see that? Others? Without this, and also all these things for experienced people also, it will be new. They might not know. It is very good to refresh. So, and these basics are really, really important. Don't miss the class. Okay, now? Excellent. Thank you, experienced people. Okay, Nana. So, super class, super, very interesting. Thank you, Venkat. And guys, we'll be talking about so many things. And tomorrow, don't miss the class. Tomorrow, we'll be talking about some other topics, which is very important. Don't miss the class. Okay, Nana? Good. Thank you. Thank you for this. Can I give the final CC for today online? Vaishnavi, I hope you enjoy the class, even though it is first. CC with smile, please. Cool. So I'll be taking all your questions every day. Don't worry. If you miss the questions also, don't worry. Tomorrow I'll take. And don't miss the class tomorrow. And don't miss the basics. And slowly we'll kick this AWS. Don't worry. Okay? Don't fear. Great. So that is all, guys, for today. And I'll see you tomorrow with the next very important topic. Until then, take care. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. And see you tomorrow. Don't miss the class. Good night. Bye-bye.